Today we are going to create a scarecrow, and her name is Ruth Evelyn, and she is named after my grandmother, who had such a very green thumb, can make anything grow. So this is Ruth Evelyn's skeleton. She's just made out of some scrap lumber that my husband knocked together, and I bought a dress for her at the Goodwill. I wanted an old lady dress, you know, one of those big flowery old lady dresses, but of course I couldn't find one. So I bought this one. So let's get this gal dressed and see how she's gonna look. She's gonna take care, we have tomato plants all here in pots, and so she's gonna watch over those tomato plants so the birds don't eat my tomatoes. So it's kind of a tight squeeze getting this on, I think. She's a little broad-shouldered, dang. Okay, there she goes. She looks like she's in her night dress, to be honest. So now over top of that, for the chilly evenings, I'm going to put this little shirt on her. Pinned a little flower in her pocket. She's a good southern lady, so she has to look pretty to work in her garden. And I'm going to button up this shirt a little bit. And then I'm just going to take a little knot and knot it up at the waist, because she has to be stylish. Now, she's looking pretty good, but she needs a head. So I have this watering can that I bought a couple years ago at the Dollar Spot, and this hat also came from the Dollar Spot. And I just hot glued some ivy around it. And I have a necklace because every southern lady needs a necklace when she's working in the yard. So I'm going to flip it on. I put the necklace on this handle to try to keep the watering can stable, but I don't know if that's going to make any difference. Oh, she's got a little dirt on her already. So there's her necklace. She has a little nose. And I put some little eyelashes on her just with a Sharpie. And now I'm going to take her skirt. Now, let me just say this. This is not an original idea. I got this idea when I watched Kayla at Cahaba Junkin. She has them in her yard. And hers are named Mary and Martha. And I just thought it was so cute that I wanted a Ruth Evelyn. So thank you, Kayla, for the idea. And I'm giving you all the credit. And if you want to check her out, please go to her channel. She lives in Alabama, and she's friends with Holly, who's been YouTubing for a while. So now I need to put her gloves on her. And I got these gloves at the Dollar Tree. They only had 2 pair left. I wanted some flowery ones, but they just didn't have them. I had to take what I could get. So I'm just going to safety pin them to the sleeve, inside her sleeve to her shirt. You don't want her to get her hands all dirty. Now, I do wish I had an old rake, and I may ride out to this antique store out in the northern part of Suffolk, and they have a lot of old gardening stuff, and get one. But until I get there, here she is. Ain't she pretty? She's so pretty. Maybe when you can afford it, you can get something done to that nose. There she is. Isn't she cute? So we're going to put all the tomato plants back so you can see what she's gardening. Okay, here she is up close and personal. My husband took the staple gun and just stapled the shirt into the wood. I wish her dress was a little longer. She's kind of wearing a short dress for a little old lady, but gotta work with what you have. But I think she's really, really cute. Well, Ruth Evelyn has got her job cut out for her. Look at all the tomato plants she's got to watch over. She's going to be a busy lady because the birds like to peck on our little tomatoes. And we don't want that bird to get that one right there because it's just about ready to pick. And we've already picked some great tomatoes. This is the little statue I got at the estate sale. His name is Pan. I think that's his mythological name. You know, I don't know what, he came off of something, so I don't know if this came off a tombstone or what. Or maybe, I don't know. But you can tell he's old. He's been out in the yard for a while. And then the one over here, she's a little dirty because we've had some rain. She's just a naked baby. So, Ruth's got a little company out here, but my goodness, she's got her job cut out for her. So thank you for stopping by and watching Ruth come to life. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye. A couple of videos ago, when I did my patriotic home tour, I asked if anyone wanted to see how I did this wreath. It was so simple, I didn't even film it. I didn't know what I was doing when I was doing it, so I didn't want to film it, but it came out okay. But a couple of people asked, so I just thought I would flip it around and show you what I did. I ordered a 3x5 flag from Amazon. It was $5.99. I have since learned they have a old like 1776 flag with the stars in the circle for $25. So when this one gets old and faded, I will probably order that. And I did try to tea stain it. I used like 30 tea bags, and I guess maybe because it's nylon, I really don't know, it just didn't stain. I made one for my sister. Hers was the first one, and it did have a teeny tiny little bit of staining to it, but really nothing noticeable. So anyway, that's why it's the original bright colors. So I'm going to flip it around and just show you how I did it. So what I did is it had the flag had these grommets on it. It had 3. And I just kind of took the flag up and kind of put it in little waves, and you can see how I kind of have it tucked. And I ran pipe cleaners through the grommets. Now, don't be mad at me. A couple places I was not able to use the grommets, or I needed more, I needed to be more stable. So I just took a little tiny snip and ran a pipe cleaner through there, I did not cut into the flag. It's just in this seam. So if I ever wanted to use the flag on a flagpole, it still has its integrity, but you know, I did feel a little funny about doing that, but you know, a girl's got to do what she's got to do. So anyway, I did it there and there, and then that was a grommet, and did I do it? I think I did it there, and I don't even know where the other grommet must be tucked under. So anyway, I just kind of laid it in folds and did it like this. So then I just took it. I took the flag and I kind of bunched it up here, and I ran it around behind the wreath, and I flipped it. I don't know if you can see it, but I just flipped it over the wreath, just like that. And I ran a piece of floral wire around it to secure that. I did not put any glue in it or anything. So basically I just had it, and I came down here and I just kind of bunched it up, ran it around behind the wreath, and then flipped it down. And then to cover the flip, I just put the bow on, and that's on with a pipe cleaner. And I just hot glued these little pieces of ivy and greenery. And you probably can't tell, but these are red and white little teeny little flowers on here, just to get a little dimension to it. And it was as easy as that. And I can't remember what size wreath this was. It's not one of the big ones. Maybe, I don't know. I don't remember. But this flag was a 3x5, and it came from Amazon for $5.99. So I figured, what the heck, you know, $5.99 and the price of a wreath. If I mess it up, I mess it up. But it ended up turning out really good. And then this ribbon I had, this is like leftover red ribbon from Christmas, and then I had this star ribbon. Now on my sister's, I did not double the bow because I didn't think of it. But I like it with the stars on it. So that's just how easy it is. So I'm taking it in now for a few weeks, and I put my watermelon wreath out, and I'll put it back out closer to 4th of July. I just didn't want to leave it out for the whole month because I didn't really want it to fade. But so far we've had some bad rainstorms, and it's done very well. So that's how that is done.